Let me be the first to tell you this because a lot of people will not tell you this. It's okay to feel down as a Muslim, especially if you're a Muslim man. It's okay to feel down. The prophets had this experience. Even our beloved Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had the experience. When he was in Ta'if, when his wife passed away, Khadija radiallahu anha, when she passed away. Well, of course, when his uncle passed away, he didn't embrace Islam. There's so many different times where the prophet he had times where he was down, right? And we see different verses, right? Inna ma'al usri yusra, right? Verily with hardship comes ease. So it's very, very normal to feel that way. Even myself, right? I am a coach. I teach people how to reclaim their time and energy. But even there's times when I may not have enough time or I may not have like a lot of energy. I may feel low. It's very, very normal. And it's something that we need to start understanding that this life is not meant to be paradise. This life is going to be a constant time of tests and stress, and there's going to be a lot of these different things. Why? Because ultimately, our destination is meant to be Jannah, not this world. So you may feel like, oh, when I get married, everything's going to be amazing. Alhamdulillah. Then when you get married, something's going to happen. Maybe you're going to have financial difficulty. When you get to that financial part, you may find some other obstacles. Maybe someone in your family, maybe someone passes away. May Allah keep that away, of course, but maybe something's going to happen. There's always going to be something that's going to happen in this dunya, right? So it's normal to feel down. It's normal to feel like nothing's working. It's normal to feel like you're behind, especially in this day of social media. And that's even me. That's why I don't keep social media apps on my phone. I re-download them so many times. The only app I keep is YouTube, only because I feel like YouTube isn't always like meant to be like a comparison app. Yes, you see the occasional video of someone saying, "Oh, I just bought a Lambo," but typically when you're on YouTube, you're there for a specific reason. You're there to watch a video, a long form video, and it just tends to be that way. And even sometimes YouTube can consume a lot of your time. So be sure to audit your time. But that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say here is, as Muslims, it's normal, right? We need to understand that when we're being tested, there's always this saying of like this, why me, why me, why me? It's not necessarily why me. It's about, oh, this is your test. Allah is testing you. What are you going to do? How are you going to bounce back? How are you going to react to this? Because ultimately, that's just the structure of this dunya, right? This dunya is not meant to be paradise. This dunya, there's always going to be something that's going to go on in this life. And that's even myself, right? Like I said, this is myself. But how are you going to bounce back? And the way that I personally bounce back, this is what I've been doing lately, and it's been really helping me, is anytime I feel like I'm going through a major test, or not, I wouldn't say major test, because of course my test is my test, and maybe it doesn't seem like as much as someone else. But when I go through a certain test, I'll do istighfar. Istighfar is the one thing that's been really, really helpful for me. Doing istighfar, reading a page of the Quran, even like just a page, right? Even a page of the Quran, it keeps me grounded. Even if I'm reading Arabic and I'm not reading the translation, it still keeps me somewhat grounded, because what happens is we tend to think that, oh, we need to find the answers. People go to Chat GPT, people go on YouTube, they'll try to find the videos, they'll try to find the inspiration, they'll try to do everything. But sometimes it's just by taking a step back and going back to Allah and asking Allah to guide you, ask Allah to help you. Because if you can do that, then that will actually bring more barakah in your life, right? So that is a huge, huge thing that you need to know. Even myself, right now, I'm kind of going through something. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about what I'm going through, but I'm going through something and I'm figuring it out every single day. I'm trying single day. I'm putting the effort in, but sometimes I'm not seeing what I'm expecting to see. But the more I'm doing it, the more I'm actually moving forward and the more I'm taking action. So that's the next thing. Once you made istighfar, once you're in the Quran, once you've gone back to Allah, start to take some small little steps. Take some small little steps. Take those steps to Allah, right? It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be, don't let anyone sugarcoat you. It's gonna be tough. Those people that you see, those millionaires, those people that you see on YouTube, Instagram, that say, oh yeah, this is why I did this. This is how I did this. Oh, I built a 7-figure business. I built 8-figure, 9-figure. Don't let it fool you. It's not easy to do this kind of stuff. You're gonna go through difficulties, right? It's gonna be tough, right? Even when you work your full-time job, don't you feel like sometimes you feel like you just don't want to be there? It feels tough. It's normal, right? Even if you have kids, there's a lot of barakah with kids, but there's also, you're going to lose a lot. Like, you're going to feel tired. There's going to be a lot of challenges. There's going to be a lot of obstacles, especially as your kids get older, right? Even marriage has a lot of rocky roads. Marriage has a lot of things going on, but that's just what it is, right? So it's important to understand stuff like this. This life is meant to be here to test us, to see how we react, how we do things, right? There's going to be times where you may have financial difficulty, right? The Quran says we'll test them with the hardships and the financial difficulties, right? It's very, very important. That's why we should always go back to the Quran, right? So we can refresh and understand, okay, like, what's our purpose? Why are we here? Why are we here? And the funny thing for me is, when I first started doing this coaching, initially, I was just doing it generally as a fitness coach, right? I was just teaching fitness stuff. But once I started talking with Muslims, I felt like a purpose was there. And that's what actually kept me going. That's what's keeping me going. Because I know that there's a lot of Muslims that are also struggling with what I'm kind of discussing. So why not talk about this? And this is something that people don't really discuss. Yes, you'll see there are people that will discuss it, but it's not discussed. I feel like sometimes when it comes to like coaching and the fitness industry, we always talk about getting in shape, right? But we don't talk about the actual like internal part of it. We just talk about the externals. So this is something that's super, super important. Like I said, myself, I always go through ups. I always go through downs. I'm a human being, right? And that's something that I'm trying to emphasize. I am a human being. But the key here is never give up. Don't give up on yourself. You can do this. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you can do this. Don't let your mindset limit you. Your mindset is there, and shaitan will always try to hold you back. Shaitan will always try to tell you, what's the point? Right? Don't let shaitan win, right? If whatever you do, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. This, and then just keep it pushing, right? Go back to Islam. Go back to Allah, right? Always go back to your deen. Do your salah. Do your best to pray your salah with khushu', right? And it's not easy. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. The last thing I'll say is, I was listening to a speech, and this guy, he's not a Muslim, but he does give like talks and stuff like that. And he was talking about how, imagine if you got to all of your goals and it was easy, right? If you give a lecture to your students or people that you're coaching, and then you coach them, what do you think? What do you, if you just tell them, oh yeah, I just got it. This is nice, it's easy, this and that. How is that going to help them when they're going through tough times? If they're going through tough times and they're looking at you because you're the mentor, you're the top person, how is that going to help them? Because if you say it's easy and this and that, are like, well, my situation is really tough and it was easy for him. He got lucky, right? But if you can relate to their situation and say, yes, you know what? I know that feeling. I know how it feels to be there. I know how it feels to be at your lowest point. I know how this feels. This is what I've been doing. This is what I do to get past it. And then they can take inspiration behind that. And that's the key. You want to embrace the struggle phase. Embrace it. It's okay. I understand. It's not easy. You're going to feel tough times will come. But verily with hardship comes ease, right? It's not after the hardship. It's with the hardship. There's going to be little tidbits that you're going to see that's going to work for you. And inshallah, you'll get there. If you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you, right? So just keep going. Don't give up on yourself, one step at a time, and just stick to whatever plan you're trying to stick to. Now, my name is Ibrahima, and I help Muslims reclaim their time and energy. I primarily work with Muslim men. So if you are someone who's looking for extra coaching, if you would like to just have a chat with me, I'll have a link down below. You can take a look at it. And then if it resonates with you, you can schedule a call with me. You can have a conversation, see where you're at, give you like a quick action plan, and then see if it makes sense to work together. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this provided some value to you. Just remember, every single person is going through something. It's okay to feel down as a Muslim. And I want this to be emphasized. It's okay to feel down as Muslim. How you respond is really the most important thing. Are you going to sulk, or are you going to take a step back? Are you going to just go back to Allah, ask Allah to guide you, and then you move forward? Tie your camel, leave the rest to Allah. Have a great one. Peace.